Hey guys, it's Chris from the Ultimate Recycler. Welcome back to the channel, and this is part 5 of our online sales series. And just with this video, we're probably just going to be a fairly quick one just to see what's happening with my latest auctions. We will watch a couple of them finish, so hopefully there's some bidding action because that's always fun to see. And with my series, it's showing you how to sell online. It's probably more just explaining my strategies from selling online for over 20 years of doing so. At one stage, I lived off eBay permanent, like full time. That's all I did. But that was a long time ago, and things change all the time. So as we go through this, I think the best way to teach is to certainly keep up with current rules and regulations on eBay and Marketplace is to give real life examples. So I'm taking you along on all my eBay auctions, and we can just have a look what's going on, how I list them. I'll try to explain my strategies and why I do what I do. And if there's something confusing, by all means ask a question in the comments, because if you're thinking why, then chances are someone else is, and it might make another good video to explain a certain strategy or tactic that I'm taking. So we'll watch some auctions finish now, and I think they should get some pretty good action. And then we've got a couple of other auctions that finish tomorrow night, which I'll include in this video. And I don't expect they will sell, in which case I'll tell you then how I'm going to deal with getting rid of the items. So let's hop online and we'll have a look at what's going on eBay now. Now, I had a bit of a stuff-up recording online this time, and I apologise. Usually I use the Windows key and G to do a screen recording, but unfortunately I didn't realise when I actually opened a separate window in another browser tab, it didn't record the new one that I was doing all the pointing and indicating on with the mouse, and it kept recording the old screen, which did nothing. So you don't even see the auctions finish. So I've luckily had the footage from my camera. It's on an angle and it's not very clear, but at least you can see what's going on the screen, hopefully. And I record that so that I can match my audio with the vision that's recorded, because it doesn't record audio when you record straight on the laptop screen. Anyway, here we go. Apologies for the stuff up, but I think we still get a video out of it. So it's time to check in on our auctions finishing tonight. This page I haven't refreshed for a few minutes, but we've got a couple of bids. In fact, there's 3 bids on the Dyson vacuum cleaner assembly. Now, it's only at 62. I started at 60. I think one of the guys has put an extra proxy bid on top of that. We'll check that one shortly. And then 5 minutes after that, the Ampol tin finishes. It's now had 6 bids. There's 26 watches on it, so I would like to think we're going to get some sniping action on the Ampol tin. There are 13 watches on the Dyson. Just quickly scanning through the Spark Plug Champion Bakelite boot or cap we've got here has got 1 watcher, 9 views. It's still got a day to go, but no bids. And the distributor from the Ford V8 flathead has 6 watches and again a day to go, 19 views and no bids. But we'll check in on those when they finish. Let's get to this auction before it finishes and see how long there is to go. It ends in 1 minute and 30. Oh, look at that. It's suddenly got 8 bids and it's up to $86. Wow, that's actually much better, much more interest than I thought it would get. Still 1 minute and 23 seconds to go, so $86 is awesome. I was hoping to get my $50 back out of it, which meant one $60 bid would probably do that. So that's really encouraging. There's obviously a few people interested in this, either for parts or repair, I'm not sure, but I don't really mind. I've had no one ask me if I would sell the battery separately or anything, although I did mention in the listing that that's an option for people. So we'll wait and see. If it's someone local, I would expect they would probably want me to send the whole thing anyway, even if they only need the battery. But if postage is an issue, say to the other side of the country, well, perhaps they might just want a small part that they need sent to them. 42 seconds to go. I don't normally start these countdown commentary sessions until there's about 30 seconds to go, but I'm glad we tuned in a bit earlier and we've seen some action. It's quoting $24 postage, $24.75 within the local area, because it has to go in a fairly big box. So 22 seconds now. There's been no action in the last minute. Perhaps the flurry of bidding is actually over now, but then again, there could be an automatic snipe. You can set up sniping programs to jump in at the very last second, which is handy in case you're in a dodgy internet area. 5 seconds, 9 bids, 102, 10 bids. Any more? Let's wait for it refreshes. No, that's it, $102.83. Pretty good, given that that was just handed to me as e-waste, and it is faulty, which I've pointed out. So that's excellent. I'll get back around about $90 out of that, and I'll check where the seller's from shortly. So that's fantastic. If we click the back button here and we refresh this page, it should show that one then off the list, and it'll be moved to the completed auctions section. And we have 4 minutes left on this Ampol tin. 6 bids, 26 watches, 227 views. So we'll click on that one, and I'll join you back here when there's about 30 seconds to go, and we'll see if there's some exciting finishes for this one. Okay, here we go, we're back. There's 30 seconds to go. There's been no action on this one in the last few minutes. In fact, I think the 6th bid we had on it was yesterday, so no action today. 20 seconds to go. I would think there will be some snipers on this one because there's 26 watches, and this oil and petrol stuff is very collectible, garaginalia they call it. 7 seconds to go. Might be just automatic snipes. $88 anymore. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. I thought it might make 100. It did. Look at that. A bid that would have been an automatic bid right at the end, and it's made $100.99. Postage within this area was $14.95, so it's a lot lighter and cheaper to post. So there we go. I valued that at $100 tin, and that's pretty well what it made. I'm very happy with that. So 2 excellent results. I'm more surprised at the Dyson vacuum for parts than what I am for this, but I'm very happy that this made its money. So let's go to our orders. They used to call it completed items, now it's orders, and we've got the Ampol tin there at $199 and the Dyson vacuum cleaner at $102.83. So I'll just have to find out where the people are from and get them packaged up, or maybe they're local buyers that can come and pick up from the shop. That would be even better. And both buyers were local, or reasonably local. They were within Victoria. I've had to package up the items, but they've both been paid for straight away. It's the next evening now, so I'll post them both out first thing on Monday morning. It's being Saturday night. The next 2 auctions are finishing very shortly. No bids on either of them yet. That's the Champion spark plug cap and the distributor of the Ford V8. We'll check them out shortly and see how they go. So let's tune in on the end of the auction for this Champion Bakelite spark plug cap. It's had, I think it's just got 1 watcher. It's only had 9 views, so it's really unlikely to get any action. It may get 1 bid at the end, but I am certainly fishing with this one. It's a pretty high price for a fairly small piece of Bakelite. But let's see what happens. Couple of seconds, 1 second, any bids. Doesn't look like it's sold. That's fine. It was more or less a bit of an experiment. I always like to run something through as an auction first, just to cover my base in case it's a really rare piece that everyone wants. Now I know that it's not worth a lot of money, but I still think based on my research that I can get a good price for it. So I'm going to relist it as a buy it now at $60, and we will see how we go. But yep, that's been through the auction. That's the first stage of my putting something into the marketplace that I'm really not sure if it's worth a lot of money or not. And now that it's been through, well, yes, I can settle back and see if I can pull 1 bid of 60. If I can't, if it sits there for a while, I will drop the price, but I'll leave it on for now, because if you really want one of these, where else do you find one? They're pretty hard to find. And I've just missed the end of this distributor because I was distracted by something, but as it turned out, there was no bids. So I'll do exactly the same thing with this listing. I will turn it into a buy it now for the same price, and that way if the right person comes along and decides he needs it, he can click on the buy it now and get it straight away. So we'll relist this as a buy it now very shortly. So there we go, we'll finish this episode up now. Just basically 4 items on eBay, watching the auctions finish. Sorry about the stuff up with the screen, because I know it was a bit hard to see from the camera on an angle. and I got the second part right, but we didn't have any bidding action. So stay tuned. I think you'll enjoy this series if you're interested in eBaying or you want to learn, because the best way to learn is to watch people do it. And I will try and explain different strategies all the way through, because not every item is the same. In fact, no two items are really the same when you're fossicking and selling stuff and dealing as I am. So hope you're enjoying the series. By all means, ask any questions below, and we'll do another episode soon. I still have to list that Valiant wiper motor and also that small size Makita, vintage Makita electric plane. But I'm heading to the farm very shortly, so I'll leave those for the moment. Next episode will show those, and I've got some other pretty exciting stuff to eBay where we should get some good auction results. Catch you in the next video. Bye for now.